Alderman Eric Gilkey.
Here.
Alderman Les Penn.
Present.
Alderwoman Daphne Sam.
Here.
Alderman Tim Taylor.
Present.
Alderman Lafayette Wells.
Present.
Alderman Wells, will you lead us into a brief prayer, please?
Yes, sir. Dear President, most gracious God, Father, we come at this hour just saying thank you. We thank you for the blessing that you bestowed upon all of us. We ask that you bless all that we do here today. Bless the mayor, the board of aldermen, and all the citizens and your people everywhere. Forgive us for sin and thank you for Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen. The mayor would entertain a motion to adopt the agenda.
So moved.
All in favor? Motion carried.
I'll second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Wells, aye.
Gonna take a Pen high.
Motion carried. The mayor would entertain a motion to approve the claims docket.
I know Alderman Wells had some questions yesterday. Were those all answered?
I don't think so.
I'll make the motion to give us there.
I'll second with unreadiness.
There has been a motion and a second with the readiness by Alderman Wells. What is the readiness there?
We had, some election commissioners had, that are shown on the claims, docket. We need to, get some verification, on those particular, claims. Clerk Brown, I guess.
Do y'all have the documentation as of yet? Sent yesterday?
All we have is a
All you have is the bill?
A handwritten chart.
a handwritten chart.
Some claims though?
Yeah, some,
There's no verification?
No, the clerk, she said she couldn't verify the work. First of all, she didn't verify the work, and then it had to be before the name, she didn't verify the work.
May I ask a question, please, is if we can adopt the claim document as nothing else, with the exception of, the claims made by the election commission?
I'll make that motion.
There's a motion by Alderman Eric Gilkey.
I'll second.
There's a second by Alderman Tim Taylor. All in favor? Other than readiness by Alderman Gilkey.
Yes, Mayor. Again, if these invoices were in question, again, why would they add to the agenda? I mean, that's the claims docket. And how did they get the claims docket without having full documentation of the charges that are being?
What is the, I guess Alderman Gilkey is asking the question, one, what is the origin of this claim, and what is the pathway?
Now, I do know that we hired them, but how are we verifying that these are legitimate hours? And also, how did it get to the claims docket without verifying them before that's on the claims docket?
Does anyone have an answer to Alderman Gilkey's question?
Ladies, that's.
I can't hear you, Deborah, I'm sorry.
I am, but they made it there because of the big workers that came with it, and they were supposed to come before the board. We called Secretary of State Auditor, and Attorney General's office to get verification, and yesterday I was gonna give you that left when this came up. The reason this came up is because we paid them one amount, and they said that that was not what they were owed or what they were due, and they wanted more, and that's why I put everything there for you all to see, make a decision. if they would need to be paid.
They don't necessarily have to claim docket in order for us to pay it. We can
That's
actually
correct.
do it as a separate issue, and if we need to pay it, or add it to the claim docket, we add it to it at that time.
That's why I also included in your packets the actual, documentation that they submitted, so you all could make that choice since they were appointed by the board.
Since they were appointed by us. But again, if we verify those out,
That's why I put it there, I cannot verify their hours. I cannot verify, I can tell you that on the Saturdays that we worked, that they were here.
call the brief question.
All in favor?
Gibson.
Well, I,
And Taylor,
Brown, nay.
Ken, nay.
Driscoll, nay.
How many nays?
Three.
Three.
4 to 3.
I'm sorry, Les.
3 nays.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you. As it relates to the payroll docket, the mayor asked for and called for approval.
So moved.
All in favor?
And Taylor, aye.
Brown, aye.
Ken, aye.
Driscoll, aye.
well,
Gibson.
Motion carried. At this time, we're at the level of presentation. Ms. Jessica Nichols, could you step forward, please?
Good afternoon, everyone.
good afternoon, Ms. Nichols.
First of all, I'd like to apologize profusely for not being here yesterday. I was on the agenda. Alderman Wells was gracious enough to put me on there at the last minute. It's not often that I am not where I'm committed to be or where people are expecting me, but yesterday was on that day, so apologies. I don't need much time, just a couple of minutes. Back in April, end of April, I spoke to you about Amazon when coming and the deficiencies that we have in Canton with respect to meeting some of their minimum hiring requirements, i.e. High school diplomas. Canton, as I spoke to you at that time, has a relatively low high school graduation rate, GED rate with respect to, when compared to other areas. And it's about graduation rate was about 70 to 74%. Given that, a large number of our residents wouldn't necessarily be able to apply for an Amazon job. So what I wanted to do at the time was get the word out about how people who didn't meet the requirements could do so by obtaining their high school diploma or GED high school equivalents by giving them the resources. And at that time, I thought it would happen much more quickly as far as the approval process with Amazon. I thought it would only take, 2 to 4 weeks. It's actually taken 2.5 months to get all of that set up. At that time, those of you who were here agreed to distribute the materials that we produced, flyers and door hangers, to your constituents to alert them of the opportunity here and the resources available for getting credentials. So I'm here to tell you I have those materials. I have flyers, Amazon flyers, with all the information on the back about the resources and locations for high school diplomas, or GEDs rather, and also information about expungement, because that is also a requirement that they don't necessarily talk about, but it is one. So, people who have that issue could have a free resource in the state of Mississippi to take care of that as well. Okay, and these are the door hangers. I'm showing you here. I can pass them around. Thank you. I have a bag for each of you. If you're willing to still do that and distribute those materials, I have them. Okay. They're kind of heavy, so I didn't bring them in all at this time, but I will get them in here one by one.
No, we'll get, we'll help you get them out.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That's all I needed. Don't need to vote on anything. You all said yes. So, I provide the materials and I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Nichols, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. First, you recognize, attorney for the board of supervisors, Mike Ashley. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Parks and Recreation Sponsorship Award.
I'd like to say good evening to everyone. Good evening, Mr. Davis. You know, the pandemic going on this year, Mayor, and it's been very hard trying to get sponsorship over the last few years, and the key to get sponsorship is to help enhance the memories for kids. And today I'd like to just honor those who help with the youth baseball program in our community here now, assist with us right here now with the, I'd like for all the ones who participated in the Parks and Recreation Youth Baseball Awards come forward, please. I have Barnett Phillips here. Barnett Phillips been over the last few years, they have participated in our Christmas parade, they have participated in most of the youth activities, and I'd just like to thank you for a job well done, doing the things to help kids remember memories and cutting the cost down on some of the parents to help our kids out. So I really like to thank you, sir.
We keep it short and sweet, as always. We like to be a valued member of this community and help out with the city of Canton, and hopefully it continues to prosper.
All right, let that llama go down a little bit for me.
Good work.
If we have them all stay up here, and I'll get one at the end.
Okay.
Picture at the end.
Next, you know, Mr. Leroy Lacy, this gentleman have, man, over the years, he have definitely been a big asset to the community, man. Not only with his insurance, but also with the 100 Black Men. He have helped with Catfish Rodeo. Anytime we need him to step in, he will definitely come in and be a part of our community. And when you have individuals that step in and help kids by senior citizens, painting in the park, Mr. Lacy have always been a part of it. We really appreciate you, Mr. Lacy.
On behalf of the 100 Black Men and all of its members, we thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, we have people undertakers. Is anyone here for people? Mr. Lacy, can you stay here for a second? Okay. People undertakers. I have no one here. All right. Mississippi Discount, they sponsor a couple teams this year. I'd love for them to also be recognized. And then we had one more sponsor that Mr. Keith. Okay, Keith, yes. He's not here today. But anytime you can get sponsorship and anytime you guys, Mayor Board, y'all have someone that willing to help with the kids, we appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Get y'all right across the room, that'd be okay?
Thank you, Paul.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, that way it's done in the middle of the picture.
All right. Put all the short folks in front.
There you go.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Wes. Thanks, Mr. The class.
Alvin, was that the Madison County?
Now, the Madison County Community Center, now that's another group, man. You know, anytime you have anyone who volunteers, they just, not only the other gentlemen will sponsor their money, but these ladies sponsor their time, valuable time, and they came out. For the junior auxiliary, please step forward.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this certificate says, Certificate of Appreciation. This certificate is proudly presented to the Junior Auxiliary of Madison County. We thank you for your dedication, service, and hard work. You are an important part of our community. Thank you.
Thank you.
And she used the word, you know, that important. You know, anytime you have individuals who take the time out, come out and volunteer time for those kids, it just helps out to see us unifying ourselves. We have different individuals that come out and put time in, and that's what we love at Parks and Recreation. People who put their time out, because the key to it, they're young now, but they will get old and take care of us.
All right.
Get y'all in a little bit tighter. Ready? 1, 2.
I hear y'all, Noel. Thank y'all. Would y'all like to say a word now? Y'all be sure? Yeah. Hey, no, I want to take Tim Taylor place today.
I don't have to take two.
Well, since you said that, I do have something to say. Auxiliary. On the day that, you all were at, if I may, Mayor, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. On the day that you all were at, the ball field, it was the same day that the president had just signed into law, Juneteenth. And of course, there was happiness and joy all over the country based on this. But at the same time, when I walked upstairs to meet the people with the auxiliary, you were teaching about Juneteenth. And I was overwhelmed with what was going on. To our young people who didn't know, had no clue. And to a lot of the older people who still don't have a clue. But because they're clueless, and you made the clues available, and I hope I can speak for the Board of Aldermen and on behalf of the mayor of the city, thank you all very much. History is important, and it's a stark reminder of where you don't need to go back to, but appreciate what you have today, the accessibility and the freedoms in this particular country. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Got to have David.
Eric. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
I promised Les Penn that this would be a short meeting, as well as the other members of the board. Every once in a while, there comes along a warrior and a soldier who is of great benefit, necessity, and essence to a community. That particular individual that I speak of today is no other than Stan Beasley. Stan Beasley's development activity has been director of the Housing Authority. It equals to $60 million. The grants that he has obtained for the city of Canton is in the area of $26 million. And the projects that's projected for rehabilitation of Joe Pritchard homes, that of $26 million. But I don't really want to talk about today Stan Beasley's success as a housing director for the city of Canton. What I want to talk about today is a good deed, and I want to talk about a blessing, and I want to talk about how work between CMU and how work between the mayor's office and how work with the Housing Authority has made all of our citizens happy, as well as CMU happy. CMU, and rightfully so, had to cut off the gas at Canton Garden Apartments. But you need to know why. CMU had attempted to have that bill paid over a period of time. And as a consequence, let me stop here. Eric, you're better at this. Just tell them. Am I on the right track?
No, go ahead.
And so CMU was telling the owner, I have difficulty pronouncing his name, but it's Pruret or Stan, I'm quite sure you know it. Is he still here? Oh, there he is. And so he just wouldn't pay the bill. And of course, Eric tried to get him to pay the bill, and that was a description that Eric gave me of his character.
Yeah.
He just was ugly, I guess that's the better word, and really didn't want to participate. And so all of this dropped into the lap of the mayor, and we call Stan. Stan is an expert with the housing urban development. He called the Alabama office. To make a long story short, although those folks' gas was off at the end of the day, because of his interference and because of his working with CMU and working with the mayor's office and working with the Housing Authority, I'm going to leave the rest to Eric as to how those bills.
Well, basically, Maggie, you said exactly what happened. So again, on behalf of CMU, we would like to thank you, the mayor, and also Mr. Beasley, for the work that y'all put into ensuring that those individuals' license stay out no longer than they had to. So again, it was a hard road for us to try to get the individual to actually come around and pay those particular bills. Again, we had over about 100 plus residents who perhaps would have been in the dark or didn't have the proper utilities to provide for their families. So we put in a call to the mayor's office and well, to kind of digress just a little bit, the gentleman that we were having a hard time trying to get to pay the bills, he was such, harsh guy. And we told him that, hey, CMU has to pay bills as well. We have customers, we have employees, we have, families to feed as well. So when I tried to make contact with the gentleman, he just was so rude. So he thought he would probably circumvent the process by going to the mayor and saying to the mayor, hey, if your guys at CMU don't turn these utilities on, you're gonna have quite a few mad pissed off citizens. So when the mayor gave me a call and we kind of spoke on what was going on, and the mayor just said, hey, just give me a minute. And sure enough, the mayor made a few calls. I guess he called Stan Beasley, he made his calls, whatever, and then about less than an hour or so later, we received about 34 big, huge checks.
You want to tell them what they were?
I mean, it was quite a bit. It was quite a bit. So again, on behalf of CMU, we'd like to thank the mayor and Mr. Stanley Beasley for all the work and efforts that y'all put into ensuring that those folks, lights will not, the utilities will not interrupt.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Stan, you the man. Can you step forward, please? Y'all need to give him a hand.
I wasn't expecting this.
You bring your wife with you?
No, I wasn't expecting this.
Come on. This is the humanitarian award presented to Stanford Beasley, Canton Housing Authority Director, for outstanding service and leadership that has helped to improve the city of Canton over the years. Mayor William Truly, MD, Mayor. Yeah, move this out of the way so we can take a picture. Are you supposed to hold it? That's not mine.
Mayor, you want to take your gun?
Yeah.
All right, get up here.
Look, all of y'all come on now.
All for the photo.
All the sharp ones in the front.
Y'all just get in tight for me.
I know, right?
You want me to Photoshop a blazer?
Nah, you go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2. You gotta look at me.
They were suited up and booted up.
1,
Ready to
2,
go.
3. Okay.
Thank you. All right, okay. Excuse me.
It's like they're ready for the Canton Grammys.
I think the next process is for us to go outside, is that right? To see the new cars?
Right.
Are they here, Chief?
They're here.
They hit you?
We just got one, cause you told Les he's gonna be out at 6 something, so I just had one to come. Is that right?
Well, we can look at that one.
Yeah, we got one outside.
All right. Let's do it.
Right there.
If you want to go see the new car, go see the new car.
If you want to go see the new car. It's been a long time since we've had new cars.
There you go. Got the black one. Oh, yeah. It even smells like you the one. Smells me. Nice.
Come on.
1, 2, 3. Can I get a comment from you about it? Yeah. How is this going to make y'all a better police force?
With the new vehicles, it will make a better presence on the city of Canton. Folks coming into Canton and see how well we do take care of our vehicles that we hadn't took care in the past. There's some deeper stipulations on these vehicles here. The guys are more comfortable riding. It's a larger vehicle. We moved from the sedan, Ford Taurus, into the Ford Expedition. So it's more leg room and more comfortable for our guys to help patrol the citizens here.
Are they safer vehicles than what we had previously?
Well, Ford brings out new vehicles every year, and they're changing so much. Back in the day, they used to ride into the Ford Crown Vic that was rolled in for years, and then they went to the Dodge Chargers, which we had some of those back in the day. Then they went to the Ford Taurus. Now they're moving up to the Ford Expedition. And like I say, it's built for comfort. It's built for more room for officers, larger officers, tall officers, and it's a good performance on the street.
And who do you want to thank?
I want to thank the Mayor and Board of Aldermen for allowing us to purchase new vehicles for the city, for the citizens, and hopefully we can get some more in the next budget year. I think we will be able to get some more in the next budget year. We know we're coming out of a year where we had the pandemic, and the pandemic is still going on, but it's much more now. Officers are able to get out and socialize with people, get the community, to do more community policing, which is a good thing.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah.
Nice.
Real nice.
Yes, sir. I like that. Yes.
But Courtney, keep in mind, we got other monies coming, and I hope with those other monies that come.
Hang on. Hit it.
Okay, I was also adding to what Chief Brown was saying, that we have other monies coming. The American Recovery Act money is coming. I think that's almost $2 or $3 million. So with everything that's needed and with the times that we're in right now, we see the need to equip our police department with everything that they need so they can do the job that's necessary. And number one, protect and serve just as they have always done, but to have the equipment to do that with. So as we go forward, this new budget year, the American Recovery Act money, all of these things will be put to good use. We're going to put our essential workers first and our first responders. We're going to definitely take care of them.
Y'all tell me about, we get all the new equipment and everything, but recently with the Black Lives Matter movement, there's been a huge push in education for our officers and continued training. Is that a thought for the budget as well?
Oh, absolutely. Every day that our police officers hit the street and they come back, further education is a continuous process. And I think the CLE classes, I don't know if they still call them that, I'm telling my age right now, but CLE classes, continuous education is important in any endeavor that you take, whether it's the fire department, public works, and especially the police department. You talked about Black Lives Matter. All over the country, we're seeing the negativity that goes toward the police officers. But on today, we look at something positive going forward. And with this positive venture, it builds morale, and people will want to do their job in a more effective and educational way.
Good words by Alderman Tim.
Okay. All right. So thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. And we're looking forward to good things. And just in the last week, we see that the city of Canton captured a fugitive, and all those things that are going on. Nobody tells the good things. They only talk about the negative things. But we're going to promote the good things just as well as the bad. And we're going to get to where we need to be in this particular city, the City of Lights. And you just put a new light bulb in the City of Lights.
All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, make sure you get, hey, Chief Brown. I'm photo opportunity.
Okay, then, thank you, Anna.
Are we done with the coach? We done with that? You want me to flip it around?
Thank you. Let's go.
Okay. I look forward. Yeah. I'm sorry? Yeah, I'm gonna go through in the morning. I go through about 6, 8 in the morning.
Deborah. Where is, on here, the American History presentation? What number is it?
It's number 11.
11, okay. Item 6, discussion of the city website overhaul. Who's leading that?
Nobody says,
Who put it on the agenda?
I put it on the agenda,
Oh,
but
okay.
quick, there's somebody here to talk about it.
The overall
Well, Mazel Media is here.
Oh.
Well, where's the owner?
Right. That's who wanted to see it.
All right, let her talk.
As far as the website, we will start updating it, as well as getting the new pictures in for the new aldermen, whenever they are rotated in. I'm trying to think of, yeah, as far as information, pictures, videos, everything will be updated. I just started taking over this account, so therefore, the videos will, from the previous meetings will be uploaded onto the website, as well as the agendas. I'm trying to work on getting those uploaded and updated and in order, so that way when people are watching or when people are actually looking for a certain agenda as far as when it was talked about and what was going on, they can find it there. We will start trying to update the images, pictures, information. So if you have any information, any pictures, any events, especially events in the community, when they start to happen, if I can get an email or notification as far as when and where they are, so I can put that onto the website. Because we have been having issues where I find out about it and it'd be like a day later or day too late and I can't put it on there because it's already happened. And anything else with the website, I will definitely try to, talk to my boss about it.
Who's the boss?
His name's Clay Mansell.
Clayton, what's his last name?
Mansell.
Yeah, we need Mr. Mansell to come in. And speak a little more about, who's the administrator of this page?
It will probably be, as a matter of fact, I'm not 100% sure. I take care of it
Okay.
as far as posting and taking care of the web, Facebook, website, Instagram, and, Google My Business and all of that.
Clay is your admin. He's out there.
He's the administrator?
Yes, sir. On the Facebook, on the social medias, yes, sir. He's the admin for your social media.
For social media as well as the web page itself, right?
Yes, sir.
So we put that back. Okay.
You have his email address?
I do. You go, girl.
Yeah.
I do, I can give it to you right after the meeting.
Okay.
Very good, okay.
Right.
And y'all have any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. There's a meeting over our hospital.
Sorry, say again?
Does the website direct people to our hospitals in case one may need to go to the hospital if they're going up and down 55, do they want to go to our website?
It doesn't, but I can set it so that it will. If you're looking for special locations, there is a page for locations as well on the website.
So does the website tell you about our hotels?
That's what we talked with the administrator.
It does have, like, for events, locations and things of that nature. What it does, it doesn't specify which hotels or what is directly in, Canton. But it-
Okay, and that's the direction in which I'm going, cause when you go to our website, you don't know anything about our eateries,
Right.
our hotels.
That is also on Canton Tourism. Canton Tourism does have that on their website. And it's supposed to be on our website for the Canton, city of Canton.
Yeah, I'm saying CVB, but I'm talking about Canton.
No, and she's saying it's supposed to be, and it's not, and she'll get that fixed.
I
So,
think,
we'll just talk, look, thank you.
yeah, we talked
Yeah,
with Mr. Mansell.
I wasn't fully aware that you had to be here, otherwise I would have said it.
Yeah.
Let him know he
Okay.
needed to come with me.
Yeah.
For the next meeting, if you wanna wait till then, I can have him here for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 7, authorizing accept the lowest bid construction in Mace, Welch and Fry's Lane.
So,
Fry's Lane, what?
Lane Street.
The lowest bid is nickel construction in the amount of $25,500. What is the grade of this road?
I'm second with an upgrade.
There was, as a motion by Alderman Aaron Gilkey and a read by Alderman Aaron.
Just for clarification,
Second item on that, yes, sir.
okay, just for clarification on Fry's Lane, it is Martin Luther King Drive. The store just was not renamed. The store is Fry's Lane Grocery. The street is Martin Luther King Drive. Just for clarification.
Yeah, they're two different, those are two different streets.
Right, okay,
Fire Lane Store, yes, it's on MLK.
right,
But at the end of Welch Street and Cedar Street, there's a portion, it's called Fry Lane, because Fry Lane is supposed to run across the bridge, but it only stopped at that bridge. So
I got you.
So that
Okay.
section right there is Fry Lane.
okay, that,
So it's supposed to be
Okay.
going all across,
Okay.
and since it didn't go all across, I guess.
Okay.
MLK became-
okay, all right, okay, thanks.
I mean,
All right.
I mentioned that to you yesterday.
You did.
All in
The section
favor?
is Friday.
Okay.
Yep, yeah.
Tim Taylor,
That's good.
Sam back.
Well,
And
Motion carried. Item 8, authorizing and approve the Attorney Bank to request MDOT permission to place cameras at the city entrances.
so moved.
second,
All in favor?
Tim Taylor,
And
What is that, Deborah, is that unanimous?
I didn't get all the
Sir?
I said I first.
Yeah. No, motion carried. As it relates to item 9, authorize and approve the Justice Computer Software Support Agreement addendum. for maintenance support of web hosting charges, 10/1/2021 to 9/30/2022, from $13.45 to $14.20 monthly. Do we have a motion?
I'm a motion, but I'm having unreadness.
I have a motion by Alderman Payne with an unreadiness.
I have no bad.
Which is that,
I have
Just a
one.
minute. Alderman Taylor has an unreadiness. Let's go ahead. We'll start with, who did the motion?
and where is, what software is that?
That's the S-400, the Delta system.
Okay, and what's the increase, just their cost of business increase?
Mm-hmm. It's coming from $13.45 a month to $14.20 a month.
This is just an FYI for me. Whatever happened with Tyler Technologies?
Tyler, from my knowledge, we still can get Tyler, we just have to start all over.
That includes costs.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And is this the service that we've been having problems with for the last year or two?
No, we've not had any problem with S-400.
So you have not had any problem with that? So, they have been working with us.
That's the C-SPAN stuff that you're talking about, it's two totally different things.
That's not the one that it previously,
Oh, you talking about Tyler?
yes.
Y'all bring a different thing to a different topic.
Yeah, that's a different one. This is the one that we already had.
Okay.
That we already had.
So it's
I was
with-
kind of replace this one.
Right.
Kind of stop. Mid-process.
And that was my question about, this is our, like, accounting software. And I know the reason being we was trying to switch because it was dated and we couldn't update it and they wasn't giving us new updates and new services. This was the same thing we've been paying for all the years beforehand. What I'm asking is this software system up to date or
The S-400
Technology.
is not up to date, I don't think. But it's still being used throughout the state places, even the county still use the S-400.
So if it's not updated, how's it beneficial to the city?
Because this is still, Tyler I can't say Tyler was in the system, but if we can find one similar to what Tyler was doing, where it's more web-based, S-400 is not only web-based, web-based.
So going back to the previous question, how is it beneficial to the city if it's not updated?
But that's what we have to use. We don't have anything else to use just yet. We still have to purchase one. This is month to month. It's not like, Tyler was. I think I came in with Tyler, but not on the other side where they were doing the purchasing part of it. I think Alderman Brown, you were on it, Alderman Wells, and Attorney Banks, would better answer those questions. 'Cause I really didn't know much about Tyler besides what they were saying that they were gonna do, and when it came down to it, when it came to training us to do it, they wasn't gonna do it. But they were, at the financing part, when they wanted to sell it, they said that they were gonna do it, but they didn't do it.
Okay, Mayor Truly, if I may.
Yes, sir.
Attorney Banks, again, the question is, if it's not updated, how is it beneficial to the city?
Now that I can't answer you, 'cause I'm not familiar with the AS-400 system at all. I was only involved in the Tyler Technology. Ms. Rose recommended Tyler Technology, and they were in the process of implementing their system, which was timekeeping. It was a budgeting system. It was like a way each department could track their budget, so when they utilize their funds, it will let them know how much money was deducted from their budget. It was supposed to be a more 21st century system So they wouldn't have to like not know that their budget was, you know how they come sometimes and they don't know their budget is
What's
almost in the red?
Right.
It was a way for them to know their budget was already going this way. It was a tickler system for them basically. But, you know, we all came to an impasse with Tyler technology.
This is like a 1975 Ford that will get you to Memphis anyway.
No, it probably
Oh,
get
no,
the-
it's
probably
not.
get the car.
Much slower.
Oh, it's lower than a 1975?
But my point was, is to, I know Tyler been paying out.
Well, we need to search for another one.
Yeah, I don't think we need to keep riding this dinosaur
Right.
if it's not adequate for today's time, and today's society, as far as, you know, everything digital, and we can't even access the budget. We have to be printed out, we have to secondhand everything, whereas the up-to-date system and technology, we can look in, we can do things, and we can be more, you know, real time with things, instead of being on the back end trying to catch and make up for issues that we could have caught early on.
Right.
If we had something in place that was more up-to-date, where we can do more and be more, you know, hands-on with it. As far as this technology, that's why I said I didn't know if we wanted to go into another contract. But seeming like we don't have anything to replace it, so we may have to just, you know.
And if I may once more, this is my last statement. To the clerk, I hope that as we go forward, that we'll be able to effectively speak to, and I know this is a statement that attorneys love to use, the benefits versus the risk. Anytime you say something is not updated, there's a risk to that. And I hope the next time we meet, I hope you're able to point out the benefits based on what we have. And according to what Dr. Truly is saying, we have a dinosaur in the midst. And how are we benefiting from this dinosaur as we go forth in the 21st century? And I just, your assessment of the benefits, you work on it, you use it, you know it better than any of us. And to be able to just present that to this particular board, so we'll know what's going forward, as Alderman Brown just said, to get something updated where we can look at things in this particular time with real-time adherence, so that we can have a better understanding. Not tuning out anything, but just be able to present the benefits in the event that we go into a different direction. If there are benefits there, we know there are risks when anytime you say that it's not updated. I just hope that at some point, by the next meeting, you can make a presentation of that nature. Thank you.
Someone speaking, Alderman
Yes.
Gilson?
When does this, maintenance contract end for this current year that we're in? This was 9 days prior to the expiration of it, that we have to do. So we still,
It takes effect 10/1.
so we still have time perhaps to
We
think
have
about
time
some
to
things
search and
prior
look.
to us, you know, execute this agreement.
But it's gonna
Now,
take that much time just to actually move everything into the new software as well. If we find another software. And, Alderman Taylor, I take well what you said, but, I didn't want to seem like I'm
We're
saying differently.
No.
What they're saying, but the system does exactly, AS400 does exactly what Attorney Banks said. It's just that you all can't, it's not capable of letting you all in. But it does everything that she said. It does, but it's just it's not updated enough that we can let out, like you all come in and to look into the system where the departments can access, they can access their budget. Whoever they have in place, they access their budget and they know exactly what they're spending. They know exactly when they don't have any money. They know exactly if they went over their amount, it's gonna do it now. It tells them exactly right then that they don't have it. So that's what it cost us when they were trying to sell this system. They made it seem like our system didn't do that to AS1, and it did do. I think the problem is really coming that we're buying stuff that people sell to you all instead of letting sell with us to tell you all, no, we do this. This happens, but that wasn't happening. We bought Tyler thinking that they could do something so much different, and it couldn't. Tyler was selling the exact same thing that we had. The only thing that did not do is let you all be able to access it. Everything else, we did have that in place.
But when you make a statement that it's not updated, shouldn't that be some concern?
That's the updated part I was
Okay,
talking about.
all right,
Okay.
thanks.
And just to be clear, I mean, whether we go forward with this or not, we still have to go forward with this either way because we don't have
Right,
anything
we don't
else.
have them, no options right now.
So,
And the difference is also I would paying is, this is only paying, that a month, where if we go into, say, we're gonna buy this new software, just like they told us that it's gonna be $90,000 for the new system, and end up being $150,000, we won't have that. We are not open up that right now, we still doing this. And I'm with Alderman Brown, we do need to move into the 21st century. And we need it fast, but this is what we have.
I know we can't just rush and do it, that's why I'm saying, I understand that we don't have it right now, we may have to play with this, but we definitely need to be looking at the future to try to shut out of it, basically.
Do we have a motion?
it's been motioned,
We should wait on the vote.
Sir, ma'am?
recall the previous question. We've already motioned and second.
All in favor? How many nays? Two. Motion carried. As relates to item 10, authorize an approved site plan for nursing home park and walking trail at 1421 East Peach Street.
Second.
All in favor?
I read it.
President Redding for Alderman Wells.
No, it just came up today, on question, it was brought to our attention, looking at the, site plan, were there any, additional benches within the walking trail as well as a bathroom, in that, drawing? We only saw one at the beginning and a bench at the beginning of the walk, but what about further out? Do we have anybody here? We didn't.
No.
They were here
Yeah.
yesterday, and we told them we were all good.
Yeah, but I didn't catch I didn't catch someone asked that question, and this is a legitimate question.
I think there was one facility. I don't know whether there
I mean, yeah,
But with
it only,
the absence of a bench or whatever, is that gonna stop?
No,
because it all, you know, the way that it's built in that circle, it's a large area, but it all comes back, and it all, you know, I don't disagree with maybe another bench or two, but I wouldn't, another bathroom, because there's gonna be more than probably one urinal inside the current bathroom that's proposed, so.
Well, the question was, if you were older or a senior citizen, you were out in the middle out there somewhere, would you be able to make it back to the initial
They
bathroom?
probably got it.
We gonna get older?
No,
That was, I don't have a problem with it, I still say we should ask him, ask him that.
Alderman Wells is talking about accommodations.
Right.
Yeah. With, two growing populations,
Yeah.
senior citizens and people with disabilities.
Right.
And I'm quite sure they kind of vetted all that.
Okay.
So,
And what was the gentleman's name yesterday? Anybody know?
I don't recall.
Daniel Logan.
Daniel Logan.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
I would like, to add to that, let us question him about, those two questions, benches or an additional, restroom.
Okay. Who made the motion?
Sims?
Who made the second?
Good.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. As relates to item 12, authorize and approve the vehicle maintenance policy for the Canton Police Department. Do we have a motion with? I see one. Oh, sure did.
Skip the one you wanted to know about.
Authorize and approve the Southeastern Compliance Group Agreement to assist the city of Canton with the American Rescue Policy Fund. May you step forward, please?
Hello, how are you all?
Hello.
Thank you for having us here today. My name is Haley Marchant. I'm with Southeastern Compliance Group. We are a team that has formed together to help counties and municipalities in the administration, application, compliance, and more with ARPA funds. As I'm sure you all know, you all got around $3 million coming to you if we can get it applied for. And we have sent a proposal. I hope that all of you have it in your packet that says a little bit more information about us. Our team consists of 4 of us. There's me, I'm an attorney by trade. I'm also a lobbyist, I do governmental affairs. We have another lady that is not with us tonight. She couldn't make it. Her name is Onetta Wheatley. If any of you know her, she's with the AG's office for about 30 years as a deputy. She's also an attorney. We have Jackie Anderson, who is one of the most well-known governmental affairs, public policy people within our state. If I don't all know, Jackie. And John McCormick. John is a CPA and an attorney. He has served the past multiple years in the state auditor's office, doing compliance with funds for municipalities. He's been really specialized here recently in COVID pandemic funding, laws, etc. In the interest of time, I'm going to see if my teammates want to speak, or if y'all have any questions to directly ask to us.
Ms. Brown, you've been doing this with them?
Yes. I started working with John, who I started talking to first, when they first started talking about the $2.7 million that the city would be receiving. And I am not comfortable with trying to do this alone as a city project, and to make sure that the funds are spent where they are supposed to be spent and what we can and cannot do. So I asked John to come and give us something to work with, to actually let the board see if they can help me with this. So, and by John being a CPA, I'm really gonna talk more to John.
Yeah, and I'll just add to that. I've been working with the CARES funds directly for the last 14 months. So when the ARPA came out, I decided to leave the auditor's office and go out to municipalities, counties, school districts, everyone, all the governing authorities receiving funds, and do administration and compliance for those funds. I think I have spent probably more time than almost anyone in the state on the CARES Act, and then immediately following that, the ARPA. So I think we're a very capable group. AG's office, auditor's office, attorneys, lobbyists. We have everything you need when it comes to government, and I think we can handle it, and we want to make sure you'll spend this in the correct way. Okay.
The question I have is something that all municipalities are receiving, or something you have to go out and apply for and for it to be accepted or something of that sort, or is it something that's already allocated to the municipality?
So there are 82 counties got checks directly, 9 cities got checks directly. Every other municipality has to apply for it. The amount is already allocated based on population, but the application has to be done by those cities.
Okay.
And then after that, you have until 2024 to spend the money, and after that, it would revert back to the federal government.
Okay.
Yeah, I know all this is new, so are we your first clients?
No.
Okay. I don't see anything listed in here as the other municipalities that you work with.
We are not, we have not signed anyone on in this funding now.
Okay.
So we're partner with some engineering firms. We're gonna subcontract under some engineering firms. We are also just reaching out to municipalities just like you all. The deadline to apply for this is August the 8th. It's coming quickly. And so we're really getting down to the people that haven't haven't had the chance to apply for it. Then after that, we're gonna start those with people that have applied.
Yeah, but you know, normally in a sales pitch of any type, marketing or anything, you present something, close to a curriculum vitae, not personally, but based on your historical process and what you're doing, what you plan to do, and maybe what the successes were with the other clients that you had. And I know you do, and I heard you say, all I say is a deadline, but you know, that would, you know, any time a presentation is made, people look at what's happened in the past.
Yes, sir.
And I know this is very new, so that's the purpose of my question.
Yes, sir, and
I think I'll answer that. What happened is that John just left the auditor's office, so in his capacity before, he's only been gone about, how many?
6 weeks.
About 6 weeks. And so what he did before was handle the CARES Act funds. And so because there were so many people who didn't understand it, and there were some people that had to pay money back, he decided to leave and go into private to help cities and counties. So when you ask about previous clients, that would be why, because he was on the other side of it doing it. And so, Netta Whitley and I had formed a company, and we were doing more public affairs things. And so we joined together with them, because she was retired from the Attorney General's office. And so this is a new venture for us, but we're very well versed in it, so hope it helps.
And I agree with that. I believe
so that would be why.
But in your presentation, you have 50 years of combined experience. And, you know, and I hear what you're saying, but sometimes people take this information and study it a little bit more.
Right.
And that's what I'm asking.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
And I believe you, don't get me wrong.
No, I was just saying that would be why it's a new venture.
And Alderman, for this, what we're doing, this ARPA funding for municipalities, the portal just opened on July 1st.
Okay.
For anybody to even be able to apply, so nobody's even been able to apply.
Okay.
Well, let me say this. I mean, I've had conversations with John McCormick over a period of years, and it's just nice to have him on our team. Maybe he'll keep the state auditor White from visiting us. I mean, he knows that system in and out. So you can help us, John, please do. This is Ms. Jackie Anderson, who's the daughter of Dr.
Well, I'm Doug Anderson's daughter.
Doug Anderson's
the supervisor / senator.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna say Dr. Anderson. I get them mixed up.
Yeah, that's right.
Dr. James Anderson.
And so she's been in that, her family that I know has been in that era, Shirley, James Anderson, Robert Smith.
It keeps me on my toes.
Yeah.
I'm doing wrong in my life too.
Congratulations.
So
thank you.
When you all go back, tell Mr. Chad White that we don't call him Chad White and Canton. We call him Chad Rack. Is that right?
We call him Mr. White.
Mr. White. Well, Officer Wills called him Chad Rack. You coming? Okay.
We're gonna be back on. Yeah, good presentation.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Clerk, Brandon, got all the information,
I
right?
have one quick question.
Okay.
It's not
I have
even-
John's, he's helping me even for all of this, he's already started.
Okay.
Y'all don't quite have any clients, I think you said the portal just opened up. So how many clients do you think y'all will be able to handle at one time? I know you can't get all of them, so y'all confined by certain demographics or geographical areas here in Southern Mississippi? Y'all taking?
We're taking them all.
I
mean,
yeah, okay.
I hope so. I think it will depend on the municipality, the counties, and the needs.
Right.
So some are getting around 3 million, some are getting more, some are getting less. So a project.
You have a deadline of August.
The 8th. So we're trying to focus on the towns that have not applied first.
Okay.
But I think we have some votes coming on some board of supervisors next Monday.
Okay.
And so we expect those, we expect to be able to count to 3 on those.
Okay.
But yeah, so. And but now we have been helping some of the smaller towns, like up in the Delta, who really probably can't, they only got, what did you say, like
$600,000
or whatever. So we were just helping them get their paperwork in so they can't lose the money, but we probably won't, take them on as cars so they can use them.
Right.
It's like some of the towns when I was chief of staff in the city of Jackson, that we had to go get
That's fine.
shovels and, some chief of staff in the city of
Yeah,
Jackson.
that's how I know you're from.
Right.
I used to work for Barbara Don over there.
Oh,
That's how I know.
Good job.
I've been
They kind of understand.
Oh, I've been around all of them.
I work for the president of Jackson State, I'm his government relations advisor right now, so I thought it was from, what is it,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's why I thought it was from,
Yeah,
I have 3 jobs, I know I work.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
All right, thank you.
In the next 5 minutes.
Can we have a motion?
I'll make a motion. So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Sam,
Don't say lie, yeah.
Guilty, sir.
Ben.
Guilty, sir.
Y'all
I only have 2
voted?
ayes.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's go out.
Ken,
Brown eye.
Motion carried. As the latest item 12, authorize and approve the vehicle maintenance policy of the Canton Police Department.
So moved.
So moved.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried, sound like unanimous.
It was just updated.
We know this is.
Authorize and approve use of Department of Vehicle policy. Oh, we just did that.
Yes, sir.
We did, no.
No, sir.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. This is second approved now.
All right.
Okay, yeah. Aye. Don't say lie.
It was updated, being approved.
Motion carried. Authorize and approve the lowest bid for concrete slab for South Park. The lowest bid is Blackman Concrete in the amount of $16,176.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let's go out.
Ken, aye.
Don't say lie.
Okay.
Motion carried. Authorize and approve $1,000 park restoration.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I need 2 more ayes. Motion carried. Entertain a motion for the consent agenda.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
I'm ready, man.
Other than readiness?
Yeah, I just got a question. I see that, the Parks and Recreation Director is, going to some type of seminar. It doesn't say where he's going. It shows how many days he'll be gone, but where he's going.
Stockton, Mississippi, I'm sorry, that's my fault.
Oh.
And actually, in your apps, I did put the whole thing in there, but that's
Oh,
all
did-
I missed.
Okay.
I missed it.
All right, okay, don't go think you converted. You went to Alcorn.
I'm not.
Okay.
You can.
What was the vote on the consent agenda?
Waiting on you to call for the vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
How many ayes?
Okay.
Motion carried. Mayor will call for a motion to go into determination of executive session.
Hold on, we got a hand over there.
Sir? Oh, Stan?
I got an announcement that I need to make. I think you all may have your next meeting before we have it. We have been assigned for the funding that came to the state of Mississippi through Mississippi Home Corps. I think it's $180 million or something like that. So we've been assigned to take care of Madison County in getting the word out and processing applications for the Mississippi Ramp Corps. And I need to get with Alderman Gilkey. I've talked with the CEO over there, but I think you mentioned I need to meet with you regarding utilities as well. Don't know why they picked us, but they chose us to process these applications. You know, you've got the Madison County Citizen Services Agency and South Central Community. Actually, they do this on a daily basis, but for some reason they asked us to be the spokesperson and representative for Madison County. But I want to let you all know it's mainly for Canton, but we both represent the whole area. I think they want to add Yazoo and Leak for our plate. But Senator Blackman contacted me, and I think she's having something here at City Hall. But I think it may be before your next meeting, so I want to let you all know that, so when the word gets out, you all won't be blindsided. I don't like waiting to the last minute to let you know, so it's in August, I just don't remember the date.
August 3rd.
Is it the 3rd?
Is our next meeting.
Okay, it may be the 6th then.
Okay.
Okay, I just don't, but I wouldn't want to tell you on the 3rd something happened.
Right.
6th, that's just not good business there, so I don't know if it's got to you on this yet, but, we contacted the mayor. So we want to make sure we let you all know what's going on, that we will handle the whole thing for the city on behalf of the mayor.
Okay.
He's instructed us to take care of this. Yeah. I just wanted to let y'all know, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thanks.
Okay.
The mayor will entertain a motion for the termination of executive session.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. The mayor will now entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Motion.
All in favor? Motion carried. We're now in executive session.